The man asked the chubby girl out on a date and she gave him a very blunt answer. Chuck was a little unwilling to give up, so he offered to pay her. That finally got him a dinner with her. The reason he did this was to test a curse he believed was placed on him. When Chuck was a child, he upset a little witch while playing with friends. The angry witch cast a curse on him. The next girl he dated would find her true love right after being with him. Sure enough, the next day when Chuck turned on the TV, he saw that the chubby girl had found her true love. When he got to work at the dental clinic, he was stunned to see that all his new patients were beautiful women. Turns out, the rumor about Chuck had gone viral online. Women were lining up to flip their luck by dating him. His patient list kept growing, and strangely enough, the curse seemed to work. One by one, these women found true love after seeing him, but it didn't take long before Chuck grew tired of this lifestyle. He longed for real love. Then one day at his ex-girlfriend's wedding, a late arriving woman caught his eye. She seemed a bit silly, but that didn't stop Chuck from falling for her at first sight. They exchanged business cards. Her name was Cam, and she worked at an aquarium as a penguin caretaker. One day, Cam accidentally chipped her tooth while feeding the penguins. It was the weekend, and no dental offices were open. She called Chuck. As soon as Chuck heard her voice, he rushed to the clinic just to help her. After fixing her tooth, he offered to drive her home. They had a great conversation on the way, and Chuck was completely charmed by her. He stopped responding to other girls' messages and began pursuing Cam. Their first date went perfectly. Both of them felt like they had found the right person. Their relationship progressed quickly from there, but every time they were about to kiss, Chuck would pull back. He was terrified. If they truly dated, the curse might kick in and he'd lose Cam forever. But Cam's charm was making it harder and harder to resist. Trying to win her over, Chuck made her an elaborate breakfast and sent dozens of flower pots to her workplace. When she opened her locker room, it was filled with heart-shaped balloons. He even dressed up as a penguin to make her laugh, but Cam wasn't amused. She was only deeply embarrassed. After work, when she saw the heart-covered car parked outside waiting for her, she was speechless. She found Chuck's behavior too weird and began thinking about ending the relationship. This made Chuck feel even more desperate. The next day, he brought a ring to propose, but when he saw Cam getting close to another man and hugging him, he lost his temper and beat the guy up. That was the last straw for Cam. She broke up with Chuck. Crushed, Chuck sat by the street in the rain. Just then, he saw a bottle dropped by a homeless man. It spun on the ground and pointed across the street. Chuck looked up and thought he saw the little witch from his childhood. It hit him. Maybe she was the key to ending the curse. Through some connections, he tracked her down. She was married now and didn't look wild anymore. When she heard why Chuck had come, she laughed and said she couldn't believe he still thought that curse was real. She explained she was just a kid back then, angry and saying nonsense. That was when Chuck finally realized it wasn't the curse that made him lose Cam. It was his own actions that pushed her away. Determined to make things right, he contacted Cam's idol, a famous penguin expert named Brian. Thanks to Chuck's help, Cam got to meet her hero. At the aquarium, seeing how happy she was with Brian, Chuck gave them his blessing and went home, feeling completely defeated. One day, his friend brought news. Cam was going to Antarctica with Brian. If Chuck didn't do something now, he might lose her forever. Encouraged by Stu, Chuck rushed to the airport and managed to find Cam on the plane. He poured out his heart and begged her not to go with Brian. Cam laughed and reassured him. She explained she wasn't going alone. Brian's wife was going to die. In the end, they got back together.